Wow. Did we start or no?
Oh, the audio's playing. You just can't hear it. Way to ruin the intro, asshole.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We're live for a reason. I'm here drinking a beer. Audio's fading out. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Geek Access Podcast, Episode 4. We officially hit the 1 month mark. I am joined today by Corey and Brandon, as always.
Hello.
And we are here again, week 4, to bring you news in the world of geek. Got some movies to talk about, a movie to talk about this week, a couple of video game news, going to talk about the Steam sale a little bit, and we're going to talk about what Google and Razer are up to. Let's get into what everyone is up to this week. This segment of the show is going to be brought to you by the Geek Access Podcast t-shirt. You can buy one today at bit.ly/IG store. Corey, what are you up to?
Well, not a thing. No, I've been playing a lot of
absolutely nothing. End of show.
Yeah. No. Cut. Battle Block. Just got it off the Steam sale. You and I have been playing it, actually.
Indeed.
And, yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. It's super fun. I like the humor behind it, and it's a simple game to get behind.
I like the addition to the levels when you do co-op.
Oh, yes, they change it all.
Sounds pretty lame. Why do I want to play?
Why do you want to play it? Because
like,
the co-op.
It's a fun classic, and I'll tune in a little bit too because this is one of the games I was playing. It's a fun classic platformer, side-scrolling. It's very puzzle-based. The puzzle base becomes even more so when you get into co-op because they lengthen the jumps, they add more puzzles to it. You really have to work together. Corey had a hard time, and myself had a hard time figuring out how to catch somebody off the long cliff.
It doesn't work.
It was a pain in the ass.
It's one mechanic that doesn't
It's broken. It's broken. We'll blame it on the game. It's a lot of fun. And speaking of Battle Block, one thing I have to say about this year's Steam Summer Sale is it's really broken my wall down as far as the cartoony, fun, comical graphics in games because a lot of indie titles have been on sale that have that look for a couple bucks, and I'm like, I'll give them a shot.
Bundle? Did you just get the bundle with Battle Box and Castle Crashers? Because it was like
I already had Castle Crashers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Likewise. Great game, though.
I'm really enjoying it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So tell me.
The story is not that weird. It's just
oh my god,
so funny. But the intro was hilarious.
The intro was great. I was laughing my ass off. If you guys want to see the intro and some of the gameplay with co-op, go to our YouTube. I think I do have the videos up. Yeah.
Nice. Good job.
I got the link for you here somewhere. Hold on a second.
You got it.
Yeah, it's here somewhere. I'm losing my goddamn mind.
Just put it in the
YouTube.com/users/Inked Geek Studios, or go to YouTube and search Inked Geek Studios.
You have?
Why are you messaging me on Skype?
Wow.
Oh, never mind. I got it. No, I can't. See, if I could hear it, I would have known what you were talking about. YouTube.com/users/Inked Geek Studios, and there's some gameplay footage up there as well as the intro. Corey, before we move on, tell me a little about Warframe.
Oh, Warframe is a free-to-play game off PS4, and I think Xbox One has it as well. I'm not sure, but it's a free pickup game.
PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, PS4. Oh, it is PS4.
It is exclusive, yeah.
Cool. It is on PC, though, I thought.
Yeah, Warframe's on.
Console-wise, it's exclusive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
to my
PC,
knowledge.
PS4.
Anyway.
I'm pretty sure it's free on Steam.
It's free on PS4. It's a free-to-play game. It's a microtransaction game.
Yeah. I
but
think I
basically...
downloaded it one time and never played it. So anyway, go ahead.
You are the Tenno, and you are this weird species. The art style and it's really cool. I like how it all looks. It looks really good. You're the Tenno. You're ninjas. You have swords and guns and pistols, and it's a 4-player co-op game where you go through mission after mission, kind of like Mario style, like 1-1, 1-2, 1-3. and you go up your levels, and you level up each gun individually, and you can buy new ones, and that's where they get you with the money part, because you gotta buy the guns, and that's where the free-to-play is no longer free-to-play.
Right.
Pay-to-play. Yeah. But that's how the game's gotta get its money. So.
Do you rent them for a certain amount of game time, or do you buy them and you have them?
You buy them and you have them.
Okay, no, I always get weary about that. There was an old Gangland MMO called APB. Brandon, you just got really fuzzy.
I know.
Okay.
I don't know
And you rented the weapons for so much gameplay, and it got ridiculously expensive. So
that sounds like
it's horrible. It's total cash.
There's still some that do that. That's retarded.
Yeah, it's total cash grab.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is.
But it's a fun 4-player co-op game. They throw like hordes of enemies there'll be a base mission where you have to go in and you'll have to lock down areas and fight hordes of enemies for a while. And they have different kinds of enemy types, and they have bosses too, but you have to get so far along in the game before you can ever see them.
Right.
Right. It's a huge game. Like, it's surprisingly big.
Cool. I'll have to make sure I check it out.
Yeah, you better, because I'm playing it. You have a PS4, right?
Of course I do.
Well, then there's the co-op part right there. Bam.
PS4 Master Race.
It's bugging the shit out of me that you're saying co-op.
Yeah, you are saying co-op.
I like that word. I've always said it ever since I was young.
COO-OP.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose
it's like a chicken or something.
I suppose co-op is better than co-op.
Co-op
are both equally terrible.
Just like Phil Collins.
Okay.
Moving on.
No. So here's the thing about Phil Collins.
All right.
If you're ever asked if you like Phil Collins, the only acceptable answer
is no.
I've got 2 ears and a heart, don't I? That is the only acceptable answer.
I don't know. Are you referencing that every human being should like Phil Collins?
That's right. And now I'm muting you.
All right. Did you listen to the comedy song that I texted you about that night?
I did not, because I usually don't.
No, it's Stephen Lynch. You should check it out, and it's all about husband and wife arguing about a Phil Collins song. So I thought you'd get a laugh out of it.
Stephen Lynch is good.
I enjoy him. He's gotten a little bit watered down over the years, but he's still not bad. Well, now that you've spewed your Phil Collins obsession, tell us about Valiant Hearts, because I know that you're really excited to.
So,
the feels, man, the feels.
First of all, you should not play it if you do not want to get emotionally involved. If you do not want to be taken on a roller coaster of feels, you should just not play it at all. So, in the 4.5 hours that I've spent with Valiant Hearts, I have laughed to myself. I have thought a lot about these characters. I have wanted to cry. It's a very emotional game because of how much they tear at you. So it's really just like
in what way though? Like characters are getting tortured, characters getting killed.
So it's based around World War One, and so it starts with the start of World War One, where Ferdinand gets killed, whatever, and then the German Empire declares war. And then so France and England join the thing, and so in France they start kicking all the German citizens out. They're like, go back to Germany, get out of here. And so it starts with this guy, Carl, who's with his wife and his baby, and he's a German citizen living in France, and they take him away from his wife and baby, and he gets forced into the German army. And then shortly after that, his father-in-law, his wife's dad, Emile, gets called into the French army. And so, basically, they end up running into each other, and there's these other characters too, like there's an American that gets with Emile called Freddie, and it's just this story of these complete strangers with not complete strangers, I guess, but these just 5 random folks with connected stories and connections within this war that end up working together to try to get through things. And then it also just like World War One wise with like just the excessive use of gas. There's like even though it's like animated and comic booky,
Right.
there's just tons of people dying, like excessive artillery. Like it really doesn't shy away from the mass despair that was that war. And so it really just gets to you because there's also like character diaries. So it's like in the form of letters. So like Carl will get one from his wife about how his how his little boy is like learning to walk, and then he gets sick, but he can't be there. And then Carl gets held and becomes a POW in the French army, and so Emile is trying to like go visit him in the POW camp because he's in the French army. And it's anyone with a functional computer should play it. That's all.
Cool.
How much is it?
It's like $15.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
will
it's
definitely pick that up.
I think it's 25% off right now.
No, it's not.
Is it $15 full price?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, it sounds cool.
It is fantastic. I mean, most of the gameplay is like it's side scrolling.
Right.
It's a 2D adventure puzzler. And most of the puzzles are not too difficult. There have been a couple that stumped me, but it's definitely more of the getting into the characters and enjoying the story.
Now,
and
what
just really enjoying it.
aside from the roller coaster it feels like, what is the gameplay like? You say it's like a side-scrolling adventure puzzler, but like
it's 2D side scrolled, and just controlling one of these characters. Usually it's between Emile and Freddie and Carl, and then this woman named Anna who gets involved. Just working their way through the war towards their goals, whether it's Freddie, who is trying to capture this baron who killed his wife, or Emile trying to get reunited with Carl to check on him.
Okay.
Or Anna trying to find her father. And then there's also this little medic dog that Emile meets in a POW camp. And the dog ends up becoming part of the crew too. And the dog is just fantastic. Because you can go into like dog mode, and he can help you do puzzles and like fetch stuff for you. That's right.
Sweet.
Or you just sent him to go like fetch you something or distract a guard. So that's really like as far as what the gameplay encompasses with the story, it's like that. It's these characters working together or separately towards their personal goals that are intertwined in this array of war and despair and all that. It's
interesting.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Is there combat?
Not really, no.
No. It's more of a follow the story and solve the puzzles.
Yeah, I mean, there are occasional times where you can like knock out a guard, but it's not like full-blown fights or anything like that.
Right. Cool. Yeah, it's an interesting take on a war game too. A war game with minimal combat.
And it's World War One. Like you don't
see it that often.
You don't see it at all.
Right.
And then they don't cover any of it, like excessive gas things and just artillery all the time.
Right. Yeah, obviously World War II is the highly glorified war.
That's right.
So cool. Well, no, it definitely sounds interesting, and I'll give it a shot. The Steam sale has been, Christ, I've been so bombarded with new games this week.
Just take a break from it and get something that's actually new.
Right. Yeah, because that just came out. Was it last week?
No, it was yesterday. No, Wednesday. This past Wednesday. It's 2 days old.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Cool. I'll have to give it a shot.
And you can tip your hat to Ubisoft.
Yeah. I say it is an Ubi title, so. What do you mean for once, man? Come on.
I'm giving them shit. I'm just not a big fan of Assassin's Creed.
Well, you're wrong.
Black Flag is so much fun. And it's so beautiful on PC. It's also beautiful on PS4, so I'm so pissed that they're going with France for Assassin's Creed 5. Oh well. Cool. And that's really consumed most of your time, right? I mean, you haven't done much else, right? I think that you're telling me. Valiant Hearts and work.
Yeah. When I got it, I sat down and I just played it for 4 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there is a link to it in the show notes, like all the other games we're talking about tonight. Yeah, I gotta put Warframe in there, but so people can check that out. I will definitely be checking it out. It does sound cool, and usually you have a
unfortunately light week, but that's absolutely worth
it's
time.
I think we've all been kind of having a light week, so
Yeah,
it's been one of those weeks. For me, I mean, it's been Battle Block. I played some of the DuckTales HD remaster. That was a lot of fun. Brought back some old memories there. Tapped into my Lego fetish and played some Lego Hobbit. I also picked up Lego the Movie, the game, but I'm playing through Hobbit first. I've been live streaming some of that. Not a lot of it, just because it's not Lego games aren't the most entertaining games to watch. And you don't really need to. If you've seen one, you've seen them all.
exactly.
There is a cool feature in Hobbit where you collect resources and you actually have to build stuff. Almost like a watered down crafting system.
That's cool.
But
At least it's different.
it's a nice little twist to it, and it's got the character select wheel, which I think they introduced in either Lego Batman 2 or Lego Marvel, which just makes rotating through the characters a lot easier. But it's your typical Lego game. You're not going to unlock everything at once. You got to play through, unlock the characters, and go back because there's the shiny gate that none of the characters you have in story mode can break down. So you have to get the character that can break the shiny gate down and go back and play through in exploration mode.
Oh boy, shiny gates.
Shiny gates, man. Shiny gates and Lego pieces.
Shiny gates. So much fun.
And aside from that, I have succumbed to the addiction that is known as Clash of the Clans. Or Clash of Clans. I don't remember if there's a the there or not.
Never played it.
It's a mobile / tablet game. It's the money grabber, but as I was talking about with you guys before the show, there's actual gameplay to it, unlike most of those grabber games like a Mafia Wars or something like that. You build your base up very similar as how you would build a farm up in Farmville.
Oh, wow, I already don't like it.
Right?
Jesus.
The flip side to it is you train soldiers and you can attack other other fort builders, and you actually assign the attack and strategically build the attack, which many other of these cash grab games don't feature. So if you can hold yourself back from buying the green gems, which get pretty pricey, I think 2,500 gems is $20. If you can refrain from buying those and just kind of be patient with the time bars, it's actually not that bad. It's of games of that type. I mean, we don't really have many full-fledged games on tablet right now. I mean, we've got Hearthstone, Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate is awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is. The tablet controls aren't horrible, but they aren't the best.
I figure.
And I mean, if you've got an iPad, you've got Infinity Blade, but that's an iOS exclusive. But Infinity Blade 3 is amazing for the iPad owners. But that about does it for me. I mean, that's basically what I've been up to. I mean, I've dabbled in with a couple other games here and there. I played a little bit of Dark Souls. I still hate it.
Not enough time spent.
Yeah, I'm gonna sink more time into it at some point. Dabbled through the first couple cinematics of Black Flag right before the show, because I picked that up. But that about does it for me. So I think that covers what we've been up to this week. Break into our news section. I promise we're gonna have audio bumpers here pretty soon. We're working on them. A big thanks to DJ. Excuse me. A big thanks to DJ for in the future helping me out with those. We talked about it last night, so that'll be cool. But for now, the news section is brought to you by Patreon. You can join others in helping support the Geek Access podcast. You can also get some cool show memorabilia while you're at it. You can start helping us out today by going to bit.ly/support Geek Access. So go check it out. We got some cool rewards and some cool goals that we'll reach if you guys help us out, and it will add to the show experience. So our first article up, wow, I can't talk tonight. Our first article up in the news section Corey, you brought to my attention, and Brandon, you said you heard it too, about Google and Razer teaming up, and they're going to be doing yet another streaming box that will sit in your entertainment center.
Yeah, I think it's like a Steambox type thing.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to look like one. I don't know
Right.
if they're going to sign up with Steam later down the road. They might, but I doubt it. Because Google's pretty, like, they want to stay with just Google.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was the biggest shock to me when you mentioned it to me was Google's teaming up with somebody.
Yeah.
Like, that's
no,
like
Razer was hinting at it, too, for,
Right.
like, the longest time. They'd just been like, oh, check out this Google stuff. And they're like, why do you keep throwing Google stuff in my face? Like, I get it now.
Right. Now, from what I had read briefly on this, it's going to be like the typical streaming box. You're going to have your TV shows, your movies, your music.
Yeah, like an app box.
Right, but this one's going to be more focused on gaming. So,
yes.
Yeah, because it's Razer.
Yeah,
right.
and Razer's going to use they're going to either make a client that's going to hold games or they've been doing a lot of that kind of stuff, making their own programs, so I'm sure they'll do something like that.
So are we thinking yet another Steam competitor?
No. No.
It's not safe to say anything.
Right.
No. I'm just gonna say no.
So how do you think it will work then? I mean, if just based off that opinion, like how do you think it's going to function? Because I'm kind of curious as to what they'll do with it. Like, will it tap into Steam? Will it be a
I don't
separate?
know.
It could just be a PC,
If
like
it's
a little mini PC.
Yeah.
Like have a hard drive built into it?
Could.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's no specs on the box yet, so we don't know what it is.
Right. Yeah, this was just recently announced, right? This was
Uh-huh.
at the Google Developers Conference.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think
there's
it's gonna
no
be
info.
closer to like an Amazon Fire type thing.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I trust Razer, but
How can you not trust Razer?
Right.
They've been doing so good for so
That's right.
long.
Well, also they're still doing pretty well with that tablet PC, right? The one that has like the joysticks on the side.
Not really.
Oh, they're not doing well with that. I thought that was a hit in the market.
I mean, I haven't heard much about it, and they don't really promote it that often. So.
Right. Yeah, they've been
they're definitely more peripherals in their Switchblade.
right.
Yeah.
That and they just partnered with NZXT to make like they're re-releasing some of their cases with like Razer branding on it.
Oh, that'll be
Yeah.
cool. I'm
Like
actually
the H440 they're coming out.
nice. Yeah, I'm actually rocking an NZXT case, so I like their build.
They're all I
construction,
use.
so, yeah.
They're literally all I use.
Yeah, after like my third or fourth Thermaltake fell apart, I'm like, all right, done with Thermaltake.
No Liam Lee? No?
What's that?
No.
Yeah. So yeah, so that
it's gonna be Android TV powered.
right. Yeah, I read about. I mean,
Good
that
one.
was kind of an assumption with Google being involved. Yeah,
Yeah.
App box.
yeah.
Be navigable using an app.
But see, my curiosity is who are they trying to market it towards? Because like, I mean, you've got Apple TV, you've got the Chromecast, you've got Amazon Fire TV now. Any hardcore PC gamer or any gamer that really cares is going to have a viable PC. So at that point, you have a bunch of games on Steam you probably already own. So if you have to choose between this or a Steam box, you're going to choose a Steam box most likely.
Right, but this is supposed to be able to do like video content. Steam boxes like just games, I think.
Right, but I mean, I would say it's a pretty safe assumption that the majority of the people that care about a product like this probably already have one of the three that's already available.
Well, so they're
Like, in
wanting
their home.
they want to take like an Amazon Fire and an Apple TV and build a Steam box in too. Make it both.
Yeah. I mean, it seems to be a fair idea, as long as they can come in at a competitive price, because that was one reason. I mean, I know a lot of Apple fanboys that jumped ship, at least as far as the streaming device when the Fire TV came out, because Apple hasn't done anything with the Apple TV in the last couple of years. So, although they're supposed to be announcing something this fall, along with the iWatch, so we can keep our fingers crossed. Yeah, typical me. Everything gets turned into an Apple
Their
discussion.
Apple stuff. Yeah.
But no, it sounds cool, and I mean, I used to always stand beside Razer, and Most of my stuff was Razer gear. So I've migrated more towards Logitech these days, but yeah, it is what it
Razer,
is.
man.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. And I assume no price point, no release date.
No.
It's all
They've
speculation.
they've just said it'll be affordable.
Affordable for who?
Yeah,
That's the key
Sure.
factor right there, yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see. I can't imagine it would be more than maybe like 149, 199. They got to stay within the price range of the current stream boxes.
Yeah, it won't
Yeah.
be bad.
Yeah, we'll see
No,
how
it
it
won't.
goes. Cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Well, Corey, you brought the next small little article. We'll break into that really quick. You brought that to my attention. Square Enix registered a trademark. We don't know if it means anything yet.
Oh yeah, you looked at it. What was the name of that
It
again?
was
I
Life is
totally had it.
Strange. It's okay.
Oh,
I
Life
put it-
is Strange.
Yeah. I looked into it a little bit. It was registered in Europe, so I don't know if it's registered in the US or not. But yeah, so far I haven't seen much on it.
No, it's just a trademark title. I mean, you're not going to find much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not Final Fantasy VII Reborn. That would be.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I know, but yeah. So we'll see what it does. I mean, a new Square Enix title is always, at least
Yeah,
high hopes.
they're branching
Yeah,
finally.
but I'm curious to what Life is Strange could be. I don't know. I'd hate to see Square fall into the mobile cesspool. We'll see how it goes.
I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see how it goes. See how it goes. Oh, excuse me. It is one of those weeks, guys. Next big news article. I feel sorry for the first time listeners. This is a quiet week. Next big news article I have Warlords of Draenor finally in closed beta. It's about 2 months ahead of time. People didn't think we were going to see the beta till end of July, early August.
They only did friends and family this time.
Well, no, they've been inviting a bunch of people into the alpha. I actually think JC Monkey's in the alpha. There's quite a few people in the alpha. But right now, as far as the closed beta, typically as it is with Blizzard lately, there's no NDA, so people can talk about it, people can stream it. They've done better with that, which is really nice. They're getting really confident with their products.
That's been data mined to shit anyway. So.
Right. So this particular access, you've got the Tanan Jungle, and then the Shadow Moon Valley. I believe it's the 91 to 92 area for the Alliance, and then Frostfire Ridge for the Horde. And they do plan on patching in higher level content in the future of the beta. But so what do you guys think? I know we've all been WoW players at one point or another. I'm still active. I don't know if you guys are.
Active.
Yeah, I'm just
Well,
waiting
hold on. Let me
that.
rephrase that. I'm still subscribed. I don't think I've logged into it in like 3 months.
I'm just gonna wait
I'm
on
still
my
subscribed.
Yeah. So, are we excited for Warlords? Are we looking forward to it? Do we like the features?
Oh yeah,
Hopefully, it'll be nice.
How do you guys?
I'm ready for it.
How do you feel about the garrison system?
I think from what I've heard, it sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's like Farm 2.0.
Yeah,
So it'll
it's
be pretty
been
cool.
like, yeah, customizable and make you guys go do stuff for you.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Sounds like a good time.
I'm enjoying it. Horde side, as always, except for Brandon.
This guy, I have both.
Are you still? I see you on every now and then PvPing. Obviously, you haven't been the last couple weeks because you've been busy. But
Yeah, it's been my warlock. It's all about my human
Right.
human warlock. He's my favorite right now. Or he
How-
has been.
how do you feel about the changes coming in PvP with
I'm probably gonna stop playing.
the PvP?
Yep. I'm probably
What are
just
they
gonna
changing?
switch. They're slicing demonology to shit, and I'm one of the weird people that likes to play demonology, and yeah, I'm displeased.
Oh, so you're
Oh.
speaking specifically Warlock.
Yeah, they're killing like four or five of my abilities.
Right.
And, yeah, Yeah, no, like in general, no, I'll keep PvP in.
Right. So what about
Just my Warlock piece.
Right. I say, what about the changes where they're minimalizing the requirement for PvP gear, and they're making it more accessible to everybody. Like for me, that's a big improvement for me because now there isn't such a high, not a paywall, but just that entry level where if you have no PvP gear, you just walk into a battlegrounds and get stomped.
I mean, they've always had the blue shit you can buy for craft.
Yeah.
Wasn't that fairly new? I thought that was just introduced. I thought the ability to craft that was just introduced in the last expansion pack or two.
I think so, but I mean, 2 expansions, you're talking about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, but Cataclysm hardly counts.
It's sure it counts.
Cataclysm was horrible.
You're such a clown.
Dude, worst raids in the history of WoW.
Oh my, you're so stupid.
What did you enjoy about Cata?
Oh my god. Seriously?
They had the highest subscription base drop with Cataclysm.
No, you're retarded.
All right, what did you enjoy about Cata?
They were actually good. Blackwing Descent and fucking Bastion of Twilight, they were actually difficult. They were fun.
But those were the entry-level raids, though. Firelands, I guess, wasn't bad. Demon Soul was very unpopular around the internet.
Try Dragon Soul?
Dragon Soul, whatever, Demon Soul. Dragon Soul.
Dragon Soul was kind of lame, but that's like what we've talked about 4, and that's 25%.
Yeah, but it's the climax of it. It also had one of the worst leveling zones in the history of WoW. Vashir was so horrible.
You're just being a fucker.
Being a fucker.
You're just being a fucker.
Corey, what's your opinion? You're being awfully quiet over there.
Dude, I don't play WoW hardly ever.
Yeah, but you did.
It up since BC.
Oh, has it been since BC?
He doesn't count.
Yeah, you don't
exactly. Thank you. That's why I'm saying quiet. I don't fucking
to be fair, you haven't played it since it was as good as it ever was. So
I liked it then.
I will give you credit there. Well, aside from that, I mean, that's that. I am looking forward to it. Yeah, it's one of those weeks, man. Corey, bring something up.
PlayStation Now prices, how much they suck, and how much PlayStation is being stupid
I know. I was hoping it was going to be like a $9.99 a month subscription like Sega TV back in the day or something.
No, it's so stupid.
It's like
I got all of it right
$5 for 2 hours? All right, go ahead. You're the one with some content this week.
Got it right here.
What?
$2.99 to $4.99 per 4 hours of gameplay if you rent a game. And then it's $5.99 to $7.99 per week. And then $14.99 to $29.99 for 90 days. And it all depends on the game. To rent a game on PlayStation Now.
That is ridiculous.
Their streaming network.
Now, do they have any type of featuring where if you rent it, like after you've paid the full value, you then own it, like rent to own?
It's still in beta, dude. Like they're still beta testing it, but they're now charging people to do it. Like they've been beta testing it, and just recently they just threw the paywall on.
Seriously?
Yeah, like what's the point of it being in beta if you can't even test your shit out?
I mean, to be fair, and
most of the games are dated. Like you can get Saints Row 3, and that one's $7.99 per week.
Really? You can buy it for $5 on Steam.
Exactly.
It's $10 now, but it was $5.
Whatever.
Anyway.
But as long as 3 is more than 4, because 4 was the biggest piece of shit in the world, but we won't make it a Saints Row discussion. Did you really?
It was fun to just mess around in it. I liked all the superpower shit. Around. It was like prototype, kind of.
I thought they made, I don't know, because it came out, if I recall right, it came out very close to GTA 5, right?
Right before.
Yeah, and that's just...
The Hearthstone expansion is going to come out sometime in July.
Yes,
It's
supposed to allow pre-purchase, I guess, for it in the beginning of the month.
They're supposed to announce pricing details on the 1st.
Oh, that's what it was. I knew it was something financial.
And they said it'll come out sometime in the month of July.
That'll be cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
It's just like one new card per class and like some new story-driven single-player type thing where you fight your way through Naxxramas.
Right.
La-di-da.
Yeah, but the cards that are coming look really cool. I'm pretty excited to make a Death Rattle deck.
Death Rattle deck.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of like the Hunter card because I've just been playing Hunter anyway.
Right.
Yeah, so there you go. It's a fun move. We'll wait on the first to see what it's going to cost.
Right.
Little tidbit.
But yeah,
Sure.
we'll have to keep an eye on that Sony thing because those. I mean, who the hell's gonna pay that?
I mean, GameFly is what, $15.95 or $22.95 for having 2 games out. So it's like, what would you rather pay?
Yeah, but with GameFly, 9 times out of 10, you get a disc that's scratched as shit. So,
I haven't tested the service. So.
I've had it off and on. I had it when it first came out, and it was horrible. Very large turnaround,
okay
and
now.
they do the same thing as Netflix does. If you do too many of them too frequently, like with Netflix, for example. I live in Maine, and there's a Netflix distribution center in Maine. Mm-hmm. So, like, when I mail a movie out, I mean, I do it all digital now anyway, but if I had a package where I got a movie, that first one, it would go to where the distribution center is. I believe it's in Westbrook, maybe South Portland. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But it would be a 1-day delivery. The next movie would get mailed back to me that day, so it's a 2 or 3 day turnaround at most. Once I do more than like 4 or 5 movies in a month, then my return envelopes are addressed for like the Midwest. So they give me a longer turnaround time, so they slow down how many movies I get. Once you go up above like 10, they do it across the country. Yeah, it's ridiculous. They really cut into it that way, and it's so people can't abuse the service. At least that's, I'm sure they have some other bullshit. Well, our local warehouse distribution center is being overwhelmed with mail-ins, so we have to outsource it to another one.
That's right.
Service is service, damn it.
But GameFly does the same thing, and on top of that, they have less distribution warehouses, so it takes longer anyway. But I always prefer the buy it used at GameStop and then beat it within 7 days and then take it back.
Yeah, that always works too.
That works pretty well unless you're PC Master Race and there's no returning your game.
Never.
No. Well, I think that is going to come pretty close to tying up this week's show. It has been one hell of a slow week. I feel like there's some news article that we missed that we haven't even talked about. Oh, you know what? There I go. That's what I get for minimizing my damn show notes. It's not going to be... Brandon, you're lagging.
Yeah. There you go. Are you back? There it is.
Yeah.
All right, you there? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The video seemed to screw up. Yeah, I can hear you. It looks like the video is still a little screwed up. Hopefully the live stream's not acting up. But anyway, little bit of movie news. Pacific Rim 2 got confirmed for anybody that cares. I enjoyed the first one. So we'll see how it goes. It's coming out April 7th, 2017. So we got a little over 2 years, a little under 3 years to wait. But they expect
forget about it.
They expect the original cast to return. But I feel like it might be a little far away. I mean, it's not one of those movies where
you'll forget about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not legendary. It's not that special. It's not like waiting 4 years for the next Avengers movie. So I wonder if people will care. But that's all I've got. No. Corey, anything else you wanted to mention?
I dropped a heavy 400-pound cast iron mixer on my knee. That's about the most exciting thing that's happened all week. That's about it.
No one wants to hear your sob stories.
I know. It's so much pain.
I know. Moving on.
Moving on. Brandon, what about you? Any other highlights of the week aside from Valiant Hearts and your obsession with Phil Collins?
I'm pretty tapped out, man.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those weeks.
Yeah,
definitely one of those weeks.
Unfortunately, so.
It is. All right. Well, hey, everyone, I think that's going to do it this week. Thanks for sticking around. It was kind of a rough week. It's been lack of news, lack of time. Yeah, we definitely will. We definitely will. Before I do kick into the outro, I want to remind everyone we have a contest that is culminating on July 11th. $20 Blizzard gift card. You have 2 ways to enter. There was originally 1, but people have expressed their hatred of Twitter to me. So you have 2 ways to enter. You can follow us on Twitter, which is at IG_Geek Access. Once you've done that, you want to tweet us with the hashtag Geek Access Giveaway 1. That is the number 1, not the word 1. The other way to enter is by emailing ig.geekaccess@gmail.com with Geek Access Giveaway 1 in the subject line. On July 11th, I will be assigning everybody a number. I will be using a random number generator, and I will be picking a winner live on the show on July 11th. If you are friend, family, or affiliated in any way with the show, you can't win, because I don't want anyone whining. We're up to about 15 entrants right now, so get in, and good luck. Aside from that, before I forget, next Friday is July 4th.
Oh, yeah.
I have to work, so we won't be doing a show.
America.
Yeah, so America.
4th of July and your work.
So
Celebrate America.
for the sake of the people listening, I'll talk with you, just so they're aware. I'll talk with you guys sometime off air. Maybe we can do something Thursday. If not, then we'll skip a week.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get something. Maybe it might not be a live show, but we might be able to get something recorded and up on the audio feed.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to do it. So that will culminate the show for the day. Thanks everyone for spending the past 45 minutes with us. It was kind of rough, but hey, they can't all be good. We're here every Friday night, as I mentioned, aside from next Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you can't catch the live show, find us on iTunes or wherever else you track down quality podcasts. You can also check out the recorded video at bit.ly/igeekvideos. There's the YouTube link I was looking for earlier. You can find Corey, Brandon, and myself on Twitter. Corey is at IG_AudioKing. Brandon is at no IG. Brandon is at John1Renicus. And I am at IG_Nate
Just
Ward.
John1Renicus.
Yeah, John1Renicus. I said no IG. I got you covered. We all stream on Twitch when we're not super busy throughout the week. You can find Corey on Twitch. He goes by Audio King. Brandon is John1Renicus, and you can find me at the studio channel, which is Inked Geek Studios. Before we go, I want to thank JC Monkey for doing our artwork. You can find more of his stuff at jcmcomics.com. And we'd like to thank Dustin Bayet for doing our audio intro. And you can find him at Bayet Music on Twitter. BEYETTE. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank our patrons. You help us each and every week by helping bring our show to life, and we can't thank you enough. If you yourself are not a patron and you'd like to become one, you can do so by going to bit.ly/supportgeekaccess. Check out the rewards, check out the goals, and if you choose to help us out, we definitely appreciate your support. As always, follow us on Twitter at IG_geekaccess. Again, don't forget to enter that contest. Check out our website at inkedgeekstudios.com. And if you got a topic that you would like discussed, typically on next week's show, but with the holiday on the following week, stop by our subreddit at r/iGeekStudios and let us know what's on your mind and what you're thinking about. And if there's something that...
r/iGeekStudios.
What did I say? Did I say iGeek?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You just said iGinked.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
You said something silly.
I have it written right. I think I said iGeek because that's what everything else is.
Anyway.
So Reddit is r/InkedGeekStudios. It's not the abbreviated version. Thank you for correcting me. And all those are in the show notes. You can check out our show notes. They are on our website if you go to the store page. They're also on our forum page, which is inkedgeekstudios.forums.com. But that's going to do it for us this week. It's finally over. Thank God. So thanks for listening, and we'll see y'all next week.
Bye-bye.